Hi and welcome to David Tom Creations channel. That was a little bit of Noire Basic Pure. Yeah, just this week I am going to be reviewing the acoustic synths with Komplete 13. Yeah, if you watched the last week's video, I kind of did a quick kind of look at some of those. So like I said, there's 6 pianos. Noire is possibly my favourite, and as you can see, it's a massive, I think it's a Yamaha grand piano. And then there's the Giant, which is this weird looking massive upright. And there's una Corda, which is a one-off piano, upright piano, which has 1 string per key. And then there's the Gentleman, which is an upright, the Grandeur, which is a grand, and the Maverick, which is a kind of mini grand. So as you can see, the Gentleman, the Grandeur, and the Maverick all share the same kind of app layout, or plugin layout I should say. So they have various other parameters you can change for the tone and the anatomy, and these are all accessible through my through the various if we go to so tone, there you can see tone, anatomy and resonance, all easily changed from the keyboard. And as you can see, there's not many presets with these, because they are basically just, most of it's kind of tweaked through these. Una Corda, on the other hand, has a ton of presets, so they're split up into cotton, felt and pure, and then the Giant has a fair amount as well, and so does Noire, and I kind of Noire are a bit of a mixture of kind of felt and yeah, well, just a right old royal mixture. As you can see, there is probably the most, I think, and one of the reasons for that is that it has 4 different sections. So this is your kind of basic one. So if I so you've got color, tonal shift, dynamic, and then reverb and delay. So we're in basic pure at the moment. You can hear the delay on that. So yeah, and then you can just switch these off and on from the keyboard. So this other section is to do with the kind of pedals and the hammers. So you can see it has anatomy, noises, tone and settings. And if I click along on my keyboard, it should be able to control these as well. So we've got release off and on, and then we've got that as the volume for the release, and then we've got resonance, overtone off and on, and then the volume for that, and then pedal off and on, and the volume for that. So you've got noises, you've got mechanical noises, felt, and then settings. You've got velocity, so you've got different velocity curves, and various re-pedal, half pedal tuning, and then tonal depth. So you can adjust all that and just keep clicking through. There's 14 pages, because on the keyboard it'll tell me, so that says 3 of 14, so I can click back and forward. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it just keeps going along. And these also come up on the top here, so I can see where I am. So when I click along, it goes to EQ transient, and that's page 6, and then it goes back. So you've got mechanical felt, and then you've got the overtones, resonance attack, pedals. So that is quite a lot to muck around with. Then you've got effects, which God knows what page that is. Yeah, I think that's page 6. Yeah. Yeah, EQ transient compressor. Yeah, so you've got effects, so you can switch them on, and then you've got all these adjustments that you can make. You've got stereo image, you've got style, you've got various timbre moving continuous, and then you've got all these presets as well. Sustain crackle, so it's in continuous sustain crackles. So if I put that, you can hear the massive difference that means. I'll switch the EQ off as well. So if we switch this to timbre, so you've got timbre comes up with taped as standard. So let's go to moving. And continuous. Which was very nice. So let's try Horizon. That subtle swell. So you do get some absolutely beautiful, subtle. I do like, let's say, sustaining rain. Yeah, so that's quite cool. And then you've got the particles engine, which is so you've got all these different modes. So depending on the preset. So if I double click another preset, you'll see that it's come up with a different. So if I go back to pure, I'll reset pure, go to particles. So it comes up around an octave. Right, so I'll switch this on. So you can see that you can change the mode, density, variation and decay. So we could change this to, say, close by, and then it's on plucked action as standard. And you can change, so we can change, so that's less particles, more particles. And then you can change all these. So if we go to dark rumble, for instance, and then bright pad. How cool is that? So yeah, so you've got, I mean, we haven't even gone into the, so you've got source and also effects. So I mean, to be honest, it's a bit overwhelming, really. But yeah, like I said, I've not even gone through all of these. So I've got Lost Chimes and say Low Cloud. And then tonal piano, and then we can change the low cut, the high cut, and the diffusion. Let's see, old tape. So random chaos. And then you've also got the reverb and extra delays over and above what is on the normal keyboard. So and then you've got all the different rooms. You've got vintage. Yeah, I'll switch particles off. So yeah, that is quite lovely. So like I said, you can see there's so many kind of parameters you can change on Pure that it is probably I would say the best one for just coming up with really nice, unusual kind of piano sounds. And let's have a look at some of my favourites. Say Crystal Pad. Felt rotator. Let's have a look at Break It Up. I think that's the one I meant to use. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, so that is Noire. Pretty amazing plugin, I have to say. And then we've got the Giant, which follows a similar layout to the Gentleman Grandeur Maverick. It has these two kind of extra controls, although it is obviously quite a different beast. So we'll have a listen to a bit of basic. Basic Giant. Yeah, so there's some pretty wild. There's Bat Cave. Right, let's see what's happening in Bat Cave. So we've got resonances and plucked switched on, and yeah. Let's have a look. See, yeah, that's pretty cool. Spaces switched on, yeah. So yeah, so you've got these. Let's go back to basic. So like I said, we can change the. So that's excellent. We can change the anatomy, dynamic range, space. We can split space off and on. Space is already on, and then equalizer. We can change the bass, the body, the air, and you can switch the XXL amount up and down. Got page 3. We've got keys. You can increase the key level. You can switch silent off and on. Overtone. You can switch your compressor off and on. And you can adjust the stereo width. So yeah, so there's quite a lot you can do with these, and like I said, there's just run through some of these. Presets. So yeah, so the Giant's quite good for kind of cinematic stuff. And let's go back to basic Giant. So yeah, so like Giant, good. So what I was going to do, actually, I forgot. I was going to play a bit of these kind of chord progressions and some melodies. So I'll go back to Noire, and we'll just hear what a kind of general chord progression sounds like, where I need to go back to basic pure. Yeah, run it on basic pure. Right, so this is a kind of you can see it's a 1 6 7 3 4 1 3 4 progression. And the giant. So I'm kind of doing these on the basic piano sounds so that you get an idea of the difference. And we'll play a bit of melody as well. So. Let's play the Noire one now. Let's try and, there we go, better. So yeah, that's quite nice. Right, so una corda is another kind of, it's similar in respects to Noire, apart from the fact that it's going to be, so it has 3 sections in this one. I'll just let you hear what it sounds like. We'll just play this. This is Cotton Basic preset. It's a bit loud. Yeah, so una corda is slightly different. I said it has 1 string per note, but it has a kind of, well, we can call it a workbench. It's a slightly different layout. So you've got tones and noises. So you've got harmonics. You can actually reverse as well. So which is quite cool. You got a fabric. You've got different fabrics. You've got cotton, silk, whatever. Pleather, curtain. And then you've got different ambiances. So we could have tube mics or women flutter. And then you can add in pianist noises. And also mechanical noises and pedal noises. So we'll just double click that back, and then you've got your other hammer kind of responses. So you've got overtones, resonance, attack, and low keys, and you can also change the velocity curves. And then you've got effects, but they're different, completely different effects. You've got equalizer, so you've got bass, you've got transients, you've got compression tape, stereo image, and styles, and also space. So let's just play around with some of these. So let's timbre. We'll go back to continuous sustaining crackles. Yeah, so you can change the width, you can change the distance for the space. You've got echo, tape echo, room echo, and you've got different chambers, concert hall. Yeah, so we just actually play this and you'll subtle difference between that and the basic. So yeah, so you can see there's a whole lot of other parameters you can change. Let's have a look at some of the. Let's go at Dusty Love. So you can see what's been switched on. So all the fabric's been changed. And then fading in, we've got a bit of space, delay, ping pong, compression switched on, equalizer, and yeah, just the main reverse, a wee bit of reverse. Yeah, so that's quite nice. Probably why I favorited it. Oh, I don't want that. But anyway, right. Let's try Another World. Right, so let's go back to Cotton Basic, and I will play the kind of melody. That is not going back to Cotton Basic. There we go. Right, I'll play this melody with the basic one. I tried to get some different kind of different style melodies. This is kind of like a bit of jazz kind of. Right, so that is the kind of probably the three that are probably the best three. I would say, well, not the best. These are certainly more different in the way that you can control them and change the sounds than the Gentleman, the Grandeur, and the Maverick. Right, so I'm going to take a break and then start another recording. Right, so this is kind of like part 2 of this acoustic pianos demo. Because as I kind of said in the intro, the Gentleman, the Grandeur, and the Maverick are very kind of similar interface. So I'm kind of well, I mean the Giant is quite similar as well, but it's such a completely different looking piano. Yeah, so the Gentleman, like I said, the Grandeur and the Maverick are the same tone, anatomy, space kind of layout, as it were. And like I said, they don't have that many presets either. In fact, I'll just preset the basic Gentleman. yeah, so like I said, you can adjust the tone. You can switch the lid down. So let's see what the... obviously just quietens it in a bit. You can adjust the dynamic range in the anatomy section and the resonance as well. And then if you click these little arrows, you've got an equalizer which you can switch on and off. And then if you go to page 2, so there's 5 pages in the Gentleman. This is page 2, and then you can adjust the bass, body and air with these controls, and you can switch this off and on from the keyboard as well. And then you've got tonal depth, so you can switch that on, and transients on. And then we'll just... so let's just switch all that off. Yeah, so you can see there's a bit more kind of... I don't know if you can hear that or not. And then the anatomy section, plus, well, you've obviously got the keys, and I'm really not entirely sure. It's just page 3, so I'm not really entirely sure what less or more keys is really supposed to do. I don't know how to have it. So I'll put it down to less. I really can't tell the difference, to be honest. And then the here's the compression. So yeah, so you've got compression tape, and then you've got the amount, and then you've got however many. So you've got quite a lot. So we're in pop piano. So you take compressor. And then where's the space? Yeah, so we've got space as well on this side, so you can switch that off, and then we've got the amount. So you can definitely hear that is adding quite a lot of kind of reverb. And then you've got distance. And then you can change, obviously, the different types of spaces. So we've got big studio, and what have you. Yeah, lots of concert halls, jazz clubs, chambers, studios, and cathedrals. Let's have a look. So you've got a much bigger open kind of sound. Right, so that is the Gentleman. We will and I'll play you we'll go back to basic Gentleman, and I'll play you the chord progressions. And also the melody. So yeah, so that is, I do like the Gentleman. Now, the Gentleman actually comes as part of Complete Select as well. So that is they give you one kind of the acoustic pianos with that, which you do get with quite a few of the various hardware. If you purchase, either some of the hardware, you'll get Complete Select. So you do actually get that one. And all these acoustics are the same across all. So the K13 Standard, the Ultimate, and the Collectors all have the same 6 acoustic pianos. So there's no advantage, you're not getting anything different. So the Grandeur is quite nice as well. And it has a very similar, like I said, it has the same layout in the VST as the Gentleman and the Maverick. So we'll have a wee I'll just play this. And I'll play, we've got a bit of Cuban here. So you can see I tried to pick lots of different styles. So we've got jazz, we've got kind of quite a passive melody, we've got Cuban, and we've got some kind of more kind of emotional stuff. So you can see, it sounds actually pretty good, that bit of kind of Cuban style. And like I said, there's not huge differences in the kind of presets. I don't know why they've not done more. So let's try if there's actually any difference between them. Yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot of difference between these. So that's Grandeur, and the Maverick is kind of like, well, I'm calling it a mini Grand, but I think that's what it's called. And like I said, it follows the same. You've got equalizer, and you've got your overtones, really samples, and then the space as well. So this is the basic one. So that sounds quite nice as well. So let's have a play of the. In fact, let's just play the whole thing. Right. Let's turn it. Yeah, so this one's kind of Tears in the Rain. So it's kind of. Right, so what I'll do is I'll play some of these together so that you can actually get an idea. So we'll play, say, the Maverick and the Gentleman together with the same chord progressions and just see what that sounds like. I might need to adjust the levels a bit here, but right, and so I'll play the Gentleman and Noire. So that's the good thing. You can just layer these up, and they sound pretty cool. Let's just see what this sounds like. It's probably going to be awful, but. Well, actually not that bad. That is actually quite nice. What were the chances of that working out? Right, so let's play, say, the Giant and una Corda. Right, let's try a different preset on una Corda. Let's try one of the mental ones. Let's try, well, not mental, but let's try fading in. That's quite nice, actually. Let's try light swell. So yeah, so you can see how you can layer these up and make some really nice. So I don't know which. Let's try. I don't think that's going to go, is it? Let's try the new Jazz and Tears. Let's try this. Oh, no, hang on. Here we go. Yeah, maybe need to put that back to something a bit more. Let's put it back to Dusty Love. In fact, let's just shift that as well. Let's try Dusty Love. I can't even remember what that's like. Well, it doesn't work quite as well as the other one, but it's it's not bad. So yeah, there we go. So that is right. So as you can probably tell, Noire is my favourite out of probably the 6, I would say, because it's just so cool, and the particles thing is just brilliant. I don't know how they came up with that, but never mind. So yeah. So that is it for this overview of all the acoustic pianos you get with Komplete 13. I hope you enjoyed this, and as usual, if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing next week, but it may be some other software from the K13 package, because I do have quite a lot to get through. Like I said, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.